For the second episode in a row, we must talk about a woman that I'm angry with. Lily Phillips. Lily Phillips, the quote unquote star who, well, you probably all know what she did. And now she's on the internet crying like a little baby out. And Matt Walsh, sometimes I don't agree with him, but he's right on this. Lily Phillips does not deserve our sympathy, and maybe I don't have any empathy. Maybe that's something that's wrong with me. But she does not deserve sympathy. Okay, she is, according to this, 23 years old, born July 23rd, 2001, and the fact that we know this is sad. Okay, the reason that why this woman is popular is pathetic. Okay, no one should know her name. Okay, no one has been blessed by knowing her name. No one has been encouraged by knowing her name. Like, she is literally useless. Okay, she's less than useless. She has committed a terrible, terrible sin. You guys can go read about it. The link is on here. I don't know if I can say it on YouTube or not. She's committed a terrible, terrible sin, and now she starts crying like a little baby owl. And then these people are saying, "Oh, well, he's been excellent." No, she's 22 years old. She's a legal adult by about, I think it's 18 in England still. I'm going to go by U.S. standards anyway. So for 5 years, all right, and a few months, and she's going online, and she's crying, and then yet she did it 100 times. Now she's trying to do it 1,000 times, which, like Matt Walsh says, might break the laws of physics. I tried to see. There's a 86,400 seconds in a day. You divide that by 1,000. That's 8.6 seconds for each encounter, which is ridiculous. Anyway. She's trying to go for some ridiculous world record, and the fact that this woman is put on a pedestal is annoying. Okay, like, I'm over here, fighting, and the only experience and knowledge that I'm getting here, and the only notoriety I'm getting here is for just standing with Israel, and then like 1,000 people start coming in here yapping at me, saying that I'm evil scum of the earth person or whatever. Anyway, this person does not deserve our sympathy. She does not deserve our respect. She doesn't even deserve her name to be said on the internet. Okay, her name should be deleted by Delete Me and scrubbed off the face of the internet. No one should know who this woman is. Her account should be taken down off of OF. And she should repent of her numerous 1,110 sins that she's planning to commit. And it's like, no, she doesn't deserve sympathy. Oh man, no, she's scum. Okay, that's what she is. You are scum. Okay. And honestly, imagine being the mid. Like, she's making money off of this too, off of the fame, off of the popularity, off of her videos that people are then going to pay for, off of her. I think she's charging the men for the privilege of getting seeing her. So, in line, and then imagine how sad it must be. Like, the evangelicals, and I'm an evangelical, proud to be evangelical, right? They're always like, oh well, sex is it's a beautiful thing, it's a good thing, it's a spiritual thing. It comes between you and God, and blah blah blah. You all know it. But if you're a man, 367. Yeah, I don't think it is that anymore. Okay, I think it's just you would just become a number in a machine, and you're a cog. I mean, honestly, if anyone deserves sympathy, it's the men, but they don't. Okay, they should all be put in jail. She should obviously be put in jail. Okay, we should have laws against this sort of thing, but they should be they should be arrested, all of them. There should be laws against this. Anyway, we have to talk about the next person on this list. And I have actually seen her on Snapchat before. I didn't know who she was. I thought she was just some random internet celebrity, which internet celebrity culture is really, really interesting. Anyway, there's another quote-unquote star, Sophie Rain, who actually I kind of have to defend. I'm not sure. But it doesn't really bring me pleasure to do this. But I mean, she somehow, let's see if I can pull up a picture of her. That's, I'm gonna get this channel taken down. It got leaked or something. I don't know. Right, here we go. It got leaked or something that she made And you might want to hold on to your seat too. There's a picture of Sophie. Let me zoom in. There we go. All right, there we go. Hope you guys can see this on the screen. You might want to hold on to your seat. She made this woman, okay, 20 years old, according to the thing, made $43 million in 1 year. I think it's even as high as reported as 45, because the year's not over. Money's still coming in. $43 million and 11 million subscribers, which comes out to about $4 a subscriber. And according to the way that the site works, you pay the money and you get pictures of it. And then I guess if you pay more, then you get the privilege of being able to talk to it. Which, even if these people are paying more, like, how does she have time on Earth? Like, again, she's breaking the laws of physics to talk to 11 million people. But then you have to think, like, as a she keeps saying that she hasn't, committed any premarital sex. She's not married, obviously, with anyone, right? And the pictures, well, I obviously am not going to pay her my $4. Okay, I'm trying to run for president of the United States. I can't have accounts on illicit websites, because then the APA researchers are going to come back in 20 years and bring that up. Also, it could be wrong. I mean, it might be wrong, because of course I haven't seen the pictures. But she technically hasn't committed illicit content according to her description. I did my own little investigation. I think I can link it down in the description below. But that's not what we're talking about. Is she committing sin? Maybe. Is she not committing sin? Maybe not. Again, but she obviously shouldn't be promoting that website, because there's so many people on there that are doing what is wrong, that it just wouldn't be right to promote that website, in my opinion. Anyway, but look at the person. Who on earth is going to pay her $44 million? I'm sorry. Why? Like, hey guys, look, it's a picture. I don't care if my little app here on the side, of course, we have a policy of not, ranking people, right? But I don't care if my little app here says that it's 8 or 10 or 11 or whatever in terms of ranking. Who is going to pay money for that? Okay, allow me to introduce you people. Okay, honestly, is she doing something wrong? Maybe, maybe not. This isn't really about her. It's about the people who paid her $44 million to see a picture that I can now see. Look, I'm logged in. This is just Google. Okay, I'm not paying her for free. And I'm thinking, wow, okay, that's a nice picture. But you guys know what else we have for free? This is website. Y'all may not have heard of it. It's called, it starts with an I, ends with an M, Instagram. And it's free. Why would anyone pay for pictures of this woman? Like, also, how is she also making $44 million, right? According to let's see what Google says. Does OF is a, good grief, $6.6 billion business with $1.3 billion in terms of revenue, right? Which means she accounts for we'll get to that. But she accounts for, like, she accounts for half $100 million on site. So she's bringing in significant amounts of income, which leads me to ask, why? Like, what is so special about her? Like, this website is geared for people that look like this, right? 99% of the people aren't going to be ranking 6, 5, 4, whatever. Okay, they're gonna be ranked at 8, 10, 11, whatever, at the according to scanners and according to people, right? That's what this website is for, unfortunately, right? Which means that there has to be something special. What is the special thing? Because if you think about it, competition is going to be artificially driven higher. If you think about it, right? On non-illicit websites, right? Sure, the algorithm is going to push what it thinks are quote-unquote attractive people, right? But you'll still get in, some, also again, I'm not speaking from experience or from personal opinion, but just like factual. What you're going to get is other people in there that aren't ranking as high. So not from 8 to 10. So let's say we have this scale, right? 1, 2, 4 is what people might consider ugly. Then you have 5, 6, 7, and that's what people might consider mid. And then you have 8, 9, and 10, and that's what some people might consider, hot or whatever, right? You put it in the scanner, right? I mean, I'm assuming that she would score as an 8 because she's on the website, right? All right, so the people on this website are only going to go for 8, 9, 10, right? That makes sense, right? Because I mean, if you're going to pay money and commit a sin, I mean, don't. These people aren't, thinking about these people's emotions or whatever. So they're only going to go for 8, 9, and 10, which means that even if you are a normal, clear web, non-illicit 8, 9, or 10, the 8, 9, and 9s and 10s are on that website anyway. At least 99% on that website anyway. Which means that competition is now tiered. So 8, and if you're an 8 on ClearWeb, on, to say, Instagram or Snapchat, or like a non-illicit service, you would then become 1 or 5, I guess would be the math here, on this website. And then you'd become a 9 would be a 6, and then a 10 would be a 7, and then I guess you have to have tiered versions of 10s or whatever, right? What makes her special? Like, do people think that she's in the upper echelon? I mean, I don't know. I mean, she's just some random kid who, according to podcast interviews, she's a Christian, and some people are saying, "Oh, she's not a Christian, right?" But I mean, she technically hasn't committed any premarital intercourse. She hasn't. I'm not sure if the pictures are illicit. Of course, if this is what we have on, the clear web, but she's using to promote herself, which people got mad at me for defending these pictures. But I'm saying that shirt's fine. This shirt and pants is fine. You can't see it, like whatever. Like that dress is fine or whatever. Like, I'm not saying that what she's wearing here in the pictures is wrong. Now, but I wouldn't pay her anyway. But would anyone pay her to the tune of $44 million? And she's just, according to her interviews, it's just some random person, right? She actually got mixed up. There's some video where someone that looked like her was doing something illicit, and then she got fired from her job. So then she just said, well, forget it. I'm going to go post online, post these pictures, and it's only like 200 of them, which, how does she still have a job? Like, wow, that's a nice picture. How are you going to look at 200 pictures of the same person? Now, granted, I do kind of have stake in this with artificial intelligence influencer. But, I mean, it's different because it's, it's promotion. Also, it's promotion. It's an ad account. Also, people aren't going to be, looking through each of her pictures, 500, 200, however many pictures on the website. But people who pay for Sophie are going to view each and every one of those pictures, which, why? Like, how can you keep rehashing the same thing over and over? Like, wow, okay, this is me in a crop top. This is me, probably doing something illicit. Like, why are you guys paying? Why her? Why her? Not literally anyone else on the website? Because you hear that like 97% of the people there, if they quit their jobs, they wouldn't even be making minimum wage. But she got boosted for some reason. There was something special about her. What is it? All right, it's not that she's talking to people. She posted a video. Some person sent her, and I kid you not, I think $4 million. So I think this person was funding about 11% of her personal income. Just one person. And this person sent her $4 million, and all she sent was a thanks message. So it's not the conversation that these people are having with her. Right? It's not any sort of parasocial relationship. I mean, if you think about it, me sitting here talking about this woman, which brings me no joy. Right? It brings me no joy. Because, like, she's sitting here taking pictures of herself, and she has about 200 pictures on it. Each picture of her is worth about $500,000. A picture of me is worth nothing. A picture of Lily Phillips over here is bringing in, a significant amount of income to get talked about on Christian Zitter. She's getting talked about in the Sun, New York Post. Am I getting talked about in any of these websites? No. You can go search my name on there right now. I'm not in any of these websites, and I'm not committing any illicit stuff here. And of course, we have to talk about Sophie Rain, who may or may not even be committing a sin, but she's still getting talked about, and she's making in the cash. And even if she is committing a sin, she even took to X recently. She's like, I don't care what you guys think. I'm laughing my $44 million all the way to the bank. And I'm thinking, is she wrong though? And of course, I am all in favor of illegalizing this illicit material. But what we need to do is have limits. And according to my limits, she would actually be spared. So honestly, this isn't even an indictment on her. It's an indictment on the 11 million people who think it's okay to give $4 to this person. Look, I don't care if her pictures are illicit or not illicit. Even if they were just fine pictures, like there's this person that sells pictures on Patreon. Patreon doesn't allow illicit material, so it's fine, right? She's not doing anything. She doesn't have any skills. She's not even like doing backflips or whatever, right? Like it's totally different to pay for someone who pay for content of someone who's doing something like useful, like tech review or who makes innovative content. Paying for someone to have a picture is just totally ridiculous. But to get to my point here. Right, which I'm all in favor of legalizing this illicit material, but she herself would be spared. Because technically, I don't even think her material is sexually explicit. Of course, I'm not going to check. I'm not going to pay the $4. I'm not going to create an account on that website. But, right, according to my argument here, let me see if I can pull it up. Hopefully you guys can see this on the screen, but according to this argument, like we see this video of her on screen, she's wearing a crop top and some jeans here. Right, now I know all the modesty experts here are gonna come yell at me, but they wouldn't like her either way anyway, so it doesn't really matter. Right, I'm not gonna say this is wrong or inappropriate for her to wear. And I said that her relationship is really good. And I said, no, it's not. And I said that, quote, there's no proof that she cites her Christian faith in interviews, as well as my personal theory, as I cannot prove that she is not a star. Right. And then she say, and then he says, why don't you think she's making this on OF? And then she says, under my definition of, and here's my definition. I've never seen it, but wouldn't you have to, and you guys can go read that because I'm not going to say it, on camera. Right. And under this definition, which I am in favor of legalizing, she is not committing any crimes in all the pictures that we see of her over on X and things of that nature. She's not doing any of this, any of the wrong things. In fact, let's watch this video of her. Like, if we're going to legalize this, we need to have strict legal limits, because if we do not create strict legal limits, then what they're going to do is they're going to come for her, which fine, whatever. Does she really need $44 million? But then they're going to come for other people as well, other people that are even more quote unquote modest, and like crop tops and bikinis. We've gone through that, and if they do that, then we can't have this. So under my principles, under this, which I'd be in favor of banning this type of illicit material, and not just all quote unquote immodest material, then she is technically okay in my book, according to my theory. Of course, I haven't seen the content itself, which means that it's not her fault that she's $44 million. I'm not saying that she's the one committing the crime. I think it's the people who are paying her, because illicit material or no illicit material, wrong or not, I don't think, and this is just me, that someone should be paid $44 million because of what they look like, with no discernible talents. Now, here's the video, and then we'll have to get to our third woman, because we have to talk about this multiple times.
I've heard you've gotten a lot of offers from different people. Multiple companies actually offer.
That's it. Which, in fact, let's get the scanner out, okay? And you might, oh my goodness, you're objectifying people. Look, if you put yourself on their website and you get paid $44 million, you get to get scanned, okay? And if you guys want to see the scanner app that I'm using, go check out the review on the techboy.org. So, let me see if I can put this in. Oh no. Let me pause here so I can put in my password. And then we're gonna do the scanner. Okay, the scanner is up, guys. I'm gonna cancel here and let's put it in. Oh wait, let's flip it around. And my prediction, 9.1. Which, that's nice. But again, think about it. Think about the amount of competition that is on this website. Well, of course, I haven't been on it. Well, I have an account on it, so I wouldn't know. But think about the amount of competition that is on this website. Like, is that really good enough to have 4.4 million? I mean, there's plenty of other people who, I mean, think about it, 15% of girls, and this is only a small sample size, 100% of 100 girls on Instagram, 50% of them got comments that related to their appearance, 15.6, right? I'm pretty sure you can find people who are higher than 9.1 or higher than 9 on that website. I mean, you can find it on, if you can find it on Instagram, right? Think about it. You take the top people of Instagram, and the top 1% of them will go over and transfer over to OF. And even them won't be popular, won't be famous. So what is special about her? Anyway, let's play the video.
Offered me 7 figures to take my V card.
And what'd you say?
No. Why would I do that?
What do you mean no?
What do you
What do you mean? Hey, Camilla, nice to meet you.
What the heck is Camilla?
Hire me. I'll do it. I'll take it. I'll take one for the team, okay? Hit me up. 7 figures aquí, por favor. Okay? Forget her. Might not be a V card. It'll be like a 13th card, but it's okay.
Okay.
Well, anyway, from the interaction, she's not even like she's just sitting there. Okay, like this is not even that smart. I mean, she's smart enough to make $44 million, yeah, but she's playing off the in the words of the SSLTW anthem, she's playing off people's unrealistic expectations. Like that's literally what she's doing here. But do I think she's like some type of genius level person here who is being able to get through something? No. But I mean, is she committing a sin? I mean, from all intentions, I'm not even sure. But why are you guys paying her? Like, there's a whole bunch of smarter people. I'm pretty sure there's people that rank higher on the application. What makes her special? Like, oh wow, she's 9.1 with no skill. It's just a picture of her. Wow, look, there's a picture of her. I'm not endorsing this. But I mean, if you're going to commit a sin, at least, I don't know, save money. But there's this thing called artificial intelligence, and there's generators that can generate whatever the heck you want, probably for free. You don't have to pay $5 million. Like, one person paid her $5 million, 11% of her salary. $5 million. What about her says, yeah, she is worth $5 million? Like, she wouldn't know you from a hole in the wall. She wouldn't know you from a rock. Okay? She probably doesn't even know what you look like. And she sure as heck does not care about you. So, honestly, I condemn Lily Phillips to hardest, the most. I mean, she deserves more condemnation than the men. Right? I mean, she is using them for a video. She's making money off of this, and then she's going to get online and cry? Nah, you don't deserve any sympathy. Sophie, yeah, you probably deserve condemnation too, but you're going to get spared. To the people who are paying her, what the heck is wrong with you? There's this app called Instagram. Use it. And then we have one more person who is more skilled and more talented than Sophie. And probably richer, hopefully, who's also getting condemned. And that is Samsung star Sydney Sweeney, who's getting condemned as being made and ugly for pictures of her that were taken from behind a freaking bush with the telephoto lens. And people are saying this is what people like Lily and Sophie and people in their quote unquote business have done to men. They think that people should look, pretty all the time or whatever. And the problem with this is they might be right. But the thing is that you probably should not judge someone's appearance based on the most boring article of all time. It was just an NYT post, basically a scam to get people to come read the article. And it was the most boring article of all time. You guys can go watch my video on the other channel about that. And you really shouldn't judge people from pictures taken of them with a telephoto lens under harsh lighting conditions outside after they went swimming and sat on a towel. And the only reason I know that is because I read the article. And again, that's ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. And to the people who want to ban the content, fine. Yes, let's ban the solicit content. But let's not be so overzealous that we ban bikinis and crop tops. And since because of that, and because we need to have strict legal definitions and limits on what this content is and isn't, sometimes it means we have to save a $44 million, talentless, useless hack of a star if it means that we can indict Lily Phillips and never hear her name for the next 50 years. I'm the Tech Boy. God bless. Tech, talk to you later.